Hello everyone, good evening, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. We are in Lothric Castle, kind of, just barely. We're at the Dancer of the Boreal Valley fight. Kind of at the cusp of the High Wall of Lothric in Lothric Castle. We're gonna head up. I'm not gonna be fighting Aldrich just yet. I may actually save him for last, because I know that he was such a problematic boss for me to fight originally. Now if we go that way, that'll lead us to the barracks, the dragons, Lothric Castle itself, the Grand Archives, which eventually we need to deal with. But we're going to go this way instead. There's something important that I want to get down here, but sadly the important thing is at the end of an entire area, and a bunch of things howling down there, and a really cool boss fight, one of my favorite bosses lore-wise, perhaps? I'm uncertain. There's some good stuff down here, though. There we go. That's all we needed. You needed to stop with your attacks and shields and try to buff your weapon. And also die. Oh yeah, we sent this thing down when I was here getting an Estus shard. Just ever so briefly. We're actually going to go down, though. We're going to go down into the garden. We're going to go down to the garden, and it's going to be awesome and amazing and so much fun-ish, maybe. I'm still terrified of the creepy, hollow, like, black ooze tar monsters. I'm not sure what they're called. I am just oh so scared of them. Yeah, there's one right there. I don't know how effective any of my spells are going to be against you. Oh, we're standing in toxic goo. Oh my gosh, I thought that it was just regular poison. I completely forgot that it was actually toxic. Well, let's put you back on here. Oh, this is so unfortunate because I actually have a spell that will cleanse debuffs, and both times we've encountered toxic, I have not had the spell attuned. Oh, and then there's the leeches, and then there's so many more of you. Yeah, lightning, I don't think it's going to be super effective against those guys. Should be super effective against these guys, though. Hello. Yeah, I forgot about the leeches and stuff. They're not that big of a deal. I don't really think there's too many items around here that I actually want. I just kind of want to get to the bonfire and stuff. Do you bleed? Kind of? Perhaps? Oh gosh, get me out of the toxic goo. I actually think Doris's gnawing is the way to go here. It almost always is. But, you know, reaffirming my belief in the gnawing. Gosh, this spell is so good. Oh, hello. Ooh, I forgot that there are actual, like, regular boring enemies here, too. Why Why are you doing this? Stop spitting your goo. I just want to fight a black monster. Oh good, out of Estus. Or out of focus. Oh gosh, not where I meant to go. Get me out of the toxic goo. Okay. Crisis averted. For now. Let's see if I can screw it up again. Oh, are you killing all the leeches down there for me? Because that would be very handy. Ooh, we got some free Estus as well. Yeah, let's just go down here and grab a bunch of items. Probably should have equipped a bunch of, like, poison-resistant stuff. You guys aren't really worth that much soul-wise, so I'm not going to really bother killing a bunch of the leeches. Just here for the items. Ooh, Ring of Sacrifice. That is hopefully not a thing that I'm ever going to use. So take that, game. Yeah, wow, I completely forgot about all the toxic goo. That is less good. Oh well, Doris' gnawing is doing decent enough work at killing the creatures. I don't know if any of these regular hollows will, like, sprout black goo. Lie! This is not an illusory wall. Ugh. You liars, don't get my hopes up like that. Ooh, a chunk. I like chunks. What is in here? A lift. Where does the lift go? I don't remember. Up. Presumably up into Lothric Castle somewhere. I do not remember this at all. I really do not remember this at all. We've also got a whole bunch of stuff to do in and around Lothric Castle, like mimics to kill and that sort of thing. Oh, you're the stupid blessing priests. I hate those guys. They just make all the other fights so much more tedious and obnoxious to deal with. Blah. Okay, well, another Titanite chunk. Don't mind if I do. There was an item back down below. This is a door that was locked on the other side? Oh, ha 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 ha, okay. This is how we got here. That's the Dancer of the Boreal Valley out there and then down. Okay, alright. I like this. I dig it. I forgot that there was a shortcut. I could go attune the spell, but I think it's kind of meaningless now? I don't... Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be any more actual toxic goo up ahead. I do not recall. Okay, well, down we go. And then I'll send the elevator back up on its own. Just in case something unfortunate befalls us. Oh, hello. Wait, there was a thing there. This should hopefully work out in our favor. I saw it. Oh, so many little hidden areas off of the elevators. Dragon scale ring. We'll be looking at that in a moment, but I don't think I'm ever going to use it. Protects against backstabs? Yeah. So the Ring of Osiros, the former king of Lothric, reduces the damage from backstabs. It seems interestingly fitting that a king would have something that would protect him from being stabbed in the back. In his later years, Osiros became fascinated with dragons. After going mad, he was more commonly known as the Consumed King. Many assassins were dispatched to his domain, but none returned. The Consumed King ascribed his resilience to the divine protection of the dragon's scale. Because he went nuts and was super duper all about dragons, as we will see in a bit. Here may or may not be a dragon himself. We'll go left. This is exactly where we just were. Like, there's all the leeches, and there's the elevator we just took, so this is all just the same area. It's all connected. It's all fine. I thought there... Oh yeah, there's another one over there on the other side. So there are a couple of you here. There we go. I actually stayed locked on that time. He should be easy enough to deal with on his own. Ooh, we got some Estus back. I like when that happens. Can I please lock onto you? That'll just make life a lot easier. Okay, so this is just not toxic goo or anything. Man, I do need to do something about my stamina. Ooh, magic stone plate ring, and it's just given to me. It wasn't a thing I had to pick up. I forget, does Osiros use magic? I am Ambered. As death, we will summon you, or we will attempt to summon you. I'll see if it actually works. Anybody else? Anybody else? Nobody else? Praise the sun! We have a phantom. Anybody else around here? Nobody else around here? Kind of wish I had Sacred Oath, but that's okay. I need to address my spells, maybe. There we go. Osiros. I like this. We're going to watch the cutscene because I love this cutscene. I love everything about this boss. He's freaking crazy.
Ah, you ignorant slaves. Finally taken notice, have you? Of the power of my beloved Ocelot, child of dragons. Well, I will not give him up, for he is all that I have.
Yep, kind of became obsessed with dragons in his old age. And there's an actual baby crying. You can hear it, just ever so faintly.
Dear little Ocelot, where have you gone? Are you hiding from me? Come out. Come out. Don't be afraid. You were born a child of dragons. What could you possibly fear? Now, show yourself, Ocelot. My dear little Ocelot.
Sorry there was no talking in there. I was really focused on trying to listen for the baby cries and trying not to die. Yeah. So he thinks he's holding something. There's nothing in his hands. In the first part of the phase, he's cradling the nothing in one hand while he attacks it with the other, and then he's talking about Ocelot, where have you gone? Show yourself. You don't have to be afraid. You're the child of dragons and the prince, and I don't know, is Ocelot real? I'm uncertain. Is Ocelot really there? Was he, like, invisible? Show yourself, Ocelot. You don't need to be invisible. Is he invisible? Maybe he was. Maybe the king was just insane. I don't know. I don't know. Deep protection would be nice to have. I would also like to have the Sacred Oath. Maybe instead of that, because that would have been fun to give to a cooperator before a boss fight. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. What does deep protection look like when I do it? Okay, and the reason all those bars showed up is because it gave us all the extra resistance. Can I see what my attack power is right now? 492. We could actually figure out how much it's boosting my attack power when it wears off. I don't know. I like Way of White Corona. It's so cheap for what it is. I'm going to go with Sacred Oath, though. I mean, we're not running into any boss fights anytime soon. Actually, that's a lie. There's one coming up here. Hopefully we'll get to it in the same video. But, yeah, just, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Oceros and Ocelot. That whole thing. You are freaky-deaky, like, rotting snake people corpses. Some of you are not corpses, some of you are alive, and we're gonna have to go deal with you and all your people, and I might actually have to use, like, either a different weapon or a different infusion on my same weapon. Maybe just make it sharp instead of lightning. Because we were about to go fight Lightning, the boss. Path of the Dragon gesture! We have learned it! Hooray! We can use it now. It's so exciting. That's more or less what we came here for, but I'm going to just go ahead and keep finishing things anyway. I love how I see the messages and I start charging, even though I know it's not a mimic because it's facing the other way. The chain is. Chain's pointed up on the side. If it were pointed down towards us, it would be a mimic. But you see the messages in front of it and you have to charge up anyway. Alright, so welcome to the evil, dark cemetery. Welcome to the Untended Graves. I love this area. I love it so much. I think it's so cool. Everything about this place in my first playthrough. Oh my gosh. As soon as it sets in, like, where you actually are. Because it took me a little bit. It took me a little bit of wandering before it really, really, really set in. Oh, there's a freaking Corvian there. Maybe we do a little Bountiful Light. Maybe we even throw a Sacred Oath on top of this. I don't think it is going to help enough to matter. That's what I didn't want to have happen. Okay, it's okay. We're good. Ooh, good. Dealt with it. Ashen Estus Ring? I have not been paying enough attention to my FP and drinking Estus and how much that recovers me. I don't know if that ring would be worthwhile. Probably not worth giving up any of my other rings, because I have some damn good rings right now. But it's a thing. So instead of getting an Ashen Estus there, we got souls. Or a soul. Oh gosh, you are way sturdier than I recalled. It's these guys from the Cathedral of the Deep! Oh no! I hated you there and I hate you now. I hate you so much. The Lingering Dragon Crest Ring might actually be an okay choice for us, because it would cause my spells that buff me to last longer, which would be Bountiful Light and Sacred Oath. I don't think for Bountiful Light... Oh, hello, dogs. I forgot that they're dogs. I shouldn't have. We can literally hear them. I don't think it changes the amount of HP we recover with Bountiful Light. I'm like 90% sure that it does not. I think it just drags it out so you recover the same amount of HP, but over like a longer period of time. But for Sacred Oath, that would be a really good spell to have, I think. Oh, come on. After the wolves of the DLC, you guys are nothing. You're just a joke. Okay, I think that's this whole area cleared out so far. So over here is where we fought the Crystal Lizard at the very beginning of the game. I mean, I didn't fight it at the very beginning of the game, but it was here at the very beginning of the game, and I fought it later. Oh, there's two of you now. Did not remember that at all. I just have the vaguest memories of this, but I think it's mostly due to the fact that we were here at the beginning of the game. We're not here, but in an identical location. Nearly identical. Titanite Scales. We'll keep the Bountiful Light going, because that stuff is very handy. We have a Doris' Gnawing. We have one. It's our only thing we can cast before I need to recharge my FP. May as well be efficient, you know? Oh, get back here. I didn't mean to stagger you that far. Good grief. 2 more Titanite Scales. And I think that's it. I don't think you have any items here this time around. No. Gosh, I love just like the darkness around here. I love everything about this place. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. Okay, and then over here... Normally there's a bonfire at the top of the hill. I did not remember being invaded by an NPC at all. This is brand new to me. It's not brand new, because I literally did this before, but just was not at all remembered. Oh gosh. Holy cow! You have a parry dagger in your other hand. Holy cow. I did not see the parry dagger until I was already parried. Huh. That was unexpected. Don't need to go that way. There's... yeah, this guy. We need to deal with you. I think we can bypass all the other enemies. I don't think the dogs... oh no, you will chase me. Alright, we're gonna do this again. This time, we're going to have... yeah, we'll get both Bountiful Light and Sacred Oath going here. Oh gosh. Hi. I think I need to like save and reload if I'm gonna get whatever item she may have had on her body when she dropped. So I'll probably do that before fighting the boss up ahead, but we can clear out the rest of this area. It's the exact same enemies from the start of the game, just more of them in different locations and presumably a little bit stronger, but I mean, who'd be able to tell? Excuse me. Ooh, a hidden blessing. There's a thing that I have not really ever used, but we could use it if I'm out of FP and it's kind of an emergency and I really, really, really need to be able to kill something. Ooh, there's a summoning sign there. Oh wow, the Swordmaster from the very beginning of the game. From the other Fire Link. The real one. Holy cow. Maybe I should be a little more careful here. Well, sadly, I think the NPC that we killed is now... like, her items are gone forever because I died. I don't know, though. I'm curious. We will find out. Fight you again. Oh man, it takes so much damage to kill one of you. And those are the enemies that made me go on my poise rant earlier when we were in the Cathedral of the Deep. And gosh, I hate the way poise works in this game. On certain enemies, just those enemies. Maybe one or two other types of enemies, but pretty exclusively those enemies, I think. Hey, we got another Cleric Sacred Chime. Those are so rare. Those are so tough to come by until you get here. And here it's a little bit easier to get, I think. I think these enemies have a higher drop rate than the ones at the actual beginning of the game. There we go. I knew somebody was gonna... Oh, maybe the other one? Over on the right? There's one on the right and one on the left, and I don't know which one to be more afraid of. Probably you. You're nimble. You're just kind of a derp. Look at that sick dodge. That's what I'm going to call it, at least. Man, I love the fact that that spell does a huge chunk of dark damage and also bleeding. Doris is gnawing. MVP. Best spell in all of Dark Souls. God, that spell is so much fun. It's so good. Okay, now there's gonna be a lot of you here that I'm gonna have to deal with, sadly. Wow, I thought that would have killed you. Okay, I'm actually not gonna fight the boss here. Not right now. Pat McTankard. That's a name. We'll do it in the next video. So, you know, we're gonna be going to Dark Firelink Shrine after we get through the Dark Untended Graves. The cemetery? Good grief, my words are not right today. The Cemetery of Ash in the Dark World. It's very cool. I love this place. Thank you all for joining me, and may the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you.